Shalom, Israel. It's Sullivan, Hebrew Israelite. And today, we're bringing out this story to show how the Most High has been with us, Israel, the Hebrew Israelites, the blacks, the true Jews, what I'm saying? Pretty much since day one, but we're going to start when he was dealing with Abraham, because a lot of people, talk about Abraham a lot, but we're going to talk about how the Most High been with Israel, and the Most High, he said he will bring kings. You know what I'm saying? He gonna make kings out of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Out of the descendants of Abraham. And he say he gonna give us this land, for inheritance, the land of milk and honey. So we gonna go through the Torah. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna bring this out today. All right. And what we're looking at here, this is when the Most High, he used Abraham, and Abraham went to recover Lot, and Lot's good, feeling Philistines, right? But we're gonna go to the book of Genesis, chapter 14, and verse 12, and we're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? What the Bible say, what the Torah say about this. All right. One second. Let me try to get some more light going. All right, we over here at verse 12, Genesis, right? And it says, and they took Lot, Abraham's brother, son, who dwelt in Sodom, and his goods, and departed. Right? And there came one that had escaped, and told Abraham the Hebrew. Now he dwelt by the terebims of Mamre, the Amorite, brother of Eshcol, the brother of Aner, and these were confederate with Abraham. Verse 14, and when Abraham heard that his brother was taken captive, he led forth his trained men born in his house, 318, and pursued as far as Dan. 15. And he divided himself against them by night, he and his servants, and smote them. And he pursued them to Habah, which is on the left hand of Damascus. 16. And he brought back all the goods, and also brought back his brother Lot and his goods, and the women also, and the people. Right? So Abraham went, you know what I'm saying, and he recovered his brother's son Lot, right, from the Philistines. Right? And he recovered all the goods and all of Lot's goods. But we gonna back this up with the book of Joshua. Check this out. All right, we got the book of Joshua, chapter 16. We're gonna do verse 7, and we're gonna read through 12, right? And it says, and Abraham heard this, and he rose up with about 318 men that were with him, that he might pursue these kings and smote them. And they all fell before Abraham and his men. And there was none remained but the 4 kings who fled, and they went each to his own road. And Abraham recovered all the property of Sodom, and he also recovered Lot and his property, his wives and little ones, and all belonging to him, so that Lot lacked nothing. And when he returned from smiting these kings, he and his men passed the valley of Siddim, where the kings had made war together. And Bera, king of Sodom, and the rest of the men that were with him went out from the lime pits into which they had fallen to meet Abraham and his men. And Anazadek, king of Jerusalem, all right, that's Melchizedek in the Torah, right? But Anazadek, king of Jerusalem, the same was Shem, went out with his men to meet Abraham and his people with bread and wine, and they remained together in the valley of Melech. And Anazadek blessed Abraham, and Abraham gave him a tenth of all he had. Check it out. See, so Melchizedek blessed Abraham, and Abraham gave him a tenth of all he had, and brought the spoil of his enemies. For Adnazadek was a priest of Yahawah. See, so Melchizedek was a priest of the Most High Yahawah, right? And you can see that in Genesis 14 and 18. It says, and Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine, and he was a priest of Yahawah, the Most High. See? And we also want to keep it moving. We're going to go to the book of Genesis, chapter 17. Because the Most High, he told Abraham, that he going to multiply like the sea, and kings gonna come forth from it. So matter of fact, we're gonna go to Genesis 22 real quick. All right, we at Genesis 22. All right, and we're gonna read 15 through 17. Check this out. Genesis 22 22 and 15 through 17. So I gotta turn it. All right, here we go. And the angel of Yahawah called unto Abraham a second time out of heaven. And he said, by myself have I sworn, saith Yahawah, because thou hast done this thing, and hast not withheld thy son, thine only son, that in blessing I will bless thee, and in multiply I will multiply thy seed as the stars of heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore, and thy seed shall possess the gate of thine enemies. Right? 18. And in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast hearkened to my voice. See, because Abraham has hearkened to the voice of Yahawah. Right? So I'm gonna come right back with a part 2 to this.